Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Latinaly podcast. How are you? Girl, let me tell you, between not being able to find a job, being sick really since December, going through all the things that I'm going through, my nervous system is so damn shot. And I never knew the seriousness of resetting your nervous system. I really didn't pay much attention. I didn't, which is stupid on my end because there are days where I am so high strung, there is not a calm bone in my body. I am on edge. You know what I have to do sometimes? The Let Me Chill gummies and the ashwagandha. Well, the Let Me Chill is an ashwagandha gummy, but then there's also the Ali ashwagandha gummies. Listen to me. Sometimes I need to take a damn chill pill, literally, in the form of a gummy to calm the hell down. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. When you're going through things and you can't even get productive, your mind can't focus, you're dragging yourself through the mud and you're wondering what the hell is going on with me, it's probably your nervous system. Because I know damn well it's mine. And mine is screaming. She is hooting and hollering for some damn help, my nervous system. And I feel like a lot of us are running on a mix of anxiety, caffeine, no sleep, stress, and overthinking. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Your nervous system is so important. It's your body's stress regulator. It decides whether you feel calm or reactive, focused or scattered, or present or overwhelmed. When your nervous system feels safe, you think clearly, you have more patience, and your energy flows through you naturally. But when it's overloaded, it's wired, everything feels harder. The smaller problems feel like gigantic one. Your brain feels foggy. You're more reactive in conversations. It's like your body and your mind are completely in sync and on overdrive. Everything is incredibly heightened. Your nervous system scans your surroundings for anything that feels unsafe, and it is silently protecting you. But when your nervous system is misaligned, you feel misaligned, and you're running on overdrive and survival mode, and that can exhaust you. That can deplete you. Even with all of that, we can reset our nervous system. And I'm not talking about spa days, which a spa day does sound very nice. I think I really do need it. And we're not talking about waking up at 5 in the morning to have a fucking green juice with some 37 elaborate routine that you're going to probably abandon in 2 weeks. And you know what? I saw a video of a girl's nighttime routine, and the top comment was, I bet she has a regulated ass nervous system. Because the thing is, that's what we want to get to. What we're talking about today are rituals. These rituals that we implement in our life can help us regulate our nervous system. I'm trying to have rituals in my day where I say to myself in the mirror, damn, bitch, you got a regulated ass nervous system. I like that. I'm trying to be calm. I'm not trying to be high strung, and I'm not trying to be on overdrive. I can't be that way. I can't be that way in life, and I can't be that way as a mother. We can't function this way. I know damn well I can't function this way. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about regulating our nervous system in different environments, in situations, in every layer of our life. So one of the most important things to remember is that these rituals always start with you. Before we start focusing on everybody else, we need to be a little selfish and start showing up for us. We need to show up for us first, okay? This is part of the quiet work that I always touch on my show, because this isn't flash. It's not for show. It's not for posting up on IG. It is for us and only us. One thing that I always do in the morning, and this is something that I've been practicing, is to not look at my damn phone. It sounds so silly and it sounds so repetitive. It's like, obviously, Kaya, duh, right? But instead, what I do is I say affirmations to myself the moment that I wake up, because these affirmations really set the tone for the day. Sometimes I say things as simple as, I'm the luckiest girl in the world, or I'm so lucky everything goes my way. And I do these first thing in the morning Because the moment that you open your eyes, that is when your body is the most receptive to spiritual, enlightening energy. So the moment I wake up, sometimes I don't look at my phone. I need a wake up buffer. Okay. It could be for the first 20 minutes, it could be for the first 30 minutes. I don't have 20 or 30 minutes. I got to get my day together. I got to look at IG. I got to look at what's going on. But for me, it's about 5 minutes. I say my affirmations. I'm so lucky everything goes my way. I say that 3 times, hand to my heart. Everything, I'm so lucky everything goes my way. And at the end, I say, because my God is mighty and he got me always. That's something that I do every single morning. And the thing is that when you open up your phone, the moment that you wake up, you immediately go into reaction mode. You're reacting to text, notifications. Did that video that I posted blow up? Why is nobody liking my story? Why is she watching my story? Why is she lurking? Who is she subbing? So you're just reacting to everything that you see. And this wake up buffer allows our nervous system to ease into the day. Ease into the day, even if it means sitting with a cup of tea for 5 minutes, a nice quiet cup of coffee, looking out the window, stretching, or just sitting in some damn silence. We don't always have to do much. I'm not saying to wake up and do some damn yoga. Maybe just stare at the ceiling for 5 minutes and just give yourself a buffer. Let your body come to, let your mind come to. That's one way. Another thing that I have really been doing for myself when I have really high anxiety moments is I shove my face into a bowl of ice water. This is called temperature therapy. It is the same concept as a cold plunge, which I also did do with my cousin at the spa. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but she and we ate that shit up. Like, we were so scared to do the cold plunge and we were looking at other people do it. And I was just like, you really think we could do that? And she was like, no. About an hour and a half later, she and I were submerged in that frigid ass ice cold water. And we did it and I filmed it. And I was just like, this is crazy. She was like, our mind is so much stronger than we give it credit for. Because, yeah, we really did that. And it's a small but powerful ritual that you could do. You don't even have to do ice water. If you're someone that likes to take a shower in the morning, you could end your shower with 10 to 20 seconds of cool water. Now, this is really funny because this was semi-forced on me because my furnace gave out. 15 grand later, we have a new one. But nevertheless, for about a whole weekend, I was boiling water for my children's baths. But for me and my husband, yeah, we were taking frigid ass ice cold showers and we had to do it together to keep some damn body heat with us. But it was a mess. It was a mess. Don't get me wrong, I felt great. My skin felt tight. I felt the collagen in my skin. I loved it, but I hated it at the same time. It's a shock to the body. The thing is that your body goes into fight or flight mode the moment that your body hits or this ice cold water touches your body. It does sound very dramatic to do this. Every time you see people do it, like that guy with that 3 a.m. routine, shoving his face into some damn ice water or some water that he put in. Don't get me wrong, it looks a little ridiculous and it looks like only the hoity-toity do those kinds of things or like crazy athletes do those things. But it is really good for athletes and like muscle recovery. But for a normal person with anxiety, wonderful. When I'm having a panic attack, I shove my face into a bowl of ice water and I feel wonderful. Now, a little bit for the science behind it. Cool water stimulates the vagus nerve, which is a major nerve connected to your nervous system. Your body goes into flight or fight mode, and you have to talk to yourself into safety. Okay, stimulating this vagus nerve helps your body shift from a stress response to a calmer state. It's actually think of it like a nice quick reset button for your nervous system. Another thing that I've been experimenting with lately, especially after our last episode with Kathy Williams and her somatic therapy, is sensory anchoring. We touched on that a little bit in our episode together. And it's a sensory anchor that we can attach ourselves to each day, whether it's a warm cup in our hands filled with like tea or lemon water or a nice warm cup of coffee, sunlight on your face, your favorite candle, a calming scent, soft music, or even like your favorite robe that has this soft, cozy texture that feels really comforting, or even just stepping outside for some fresh air. These sensory anchors can really do wonders for our nervous system. And if we attach these sensory anchors to things that bring us a lot of joy, it can also double as a little bit of a dopamine hit. For me, it's my journals. I love my leather journals. I love touching them. I love having them next to me. It really just gives me a dopamine hit, and just having all of my thoughts in one place. I love my journal so much. It really does regulate my nervous system as well. So the sensory can even be something that you're attached to that you really love that brings you a lot of joy too. I love incorporating that into my routine. Another way that I like to think about resetting our nervous system is like when someone says go touch some grass. Like because the things that we see on social media, the things that we experience, the people that we talk to, sometimes it's really not that deep. But the problem is that when your nervous system is on overdrive, everything feels that deep. Everything feels that serious. Everything feels that it needs this incredible reaction from you, and it really doesn't. Put the damn phone down and go touch some damn grass. That is what I have to do. Take a beat. Going to touch some grass for me is putting the phone down that calm us down rather than amp us up. A lot of what I've been seeing too on social media are going analog. That is something that has helped that has helped regulate my nervous system as well. Going analog, doing things that are tech free, removing the tech out of it completely. Like I'm not looking at a phone, I'm not looking at a TV, a laptop, iPad. I'm not looking at any kind of screen. And it could be journaling, crocheting, painting, it could be journal making, it could be Lego, it could be needlepoint stitching. A lot of people are doing that nowadays. It could be doing your nails. It does not matter. Going analog has really, really helped me. This kind of sounds like a put the phone down situation, but I just think it's removing yourself from anything that sends your nervous system into hyperdrive. That could also include people. It does not have to just be your phone and social media and compare culture. No, it could be let's not let's not answer that person today. Or even if you're having a conversation with someone that lives in your house, just say, eh, how about no? How about we put a pin in this and we talk tomorrow? I'm going to remove myself from this situation that is making me very overstimulated. I don't like this. I'm going to go. I'll be back. Give me 5 minutes. Sometimes all we need is 5 minutes. Sometimes all we need is 5 minutes of box breathing. Sometimes all we need is 5 minutes of sitting in some damn silence to regulate our nervous system. And for me, because I've been so sick these past few months, it is so, so imperative that I regulate my nervous system. Read a book. I think the easiest way that I can describe to you what it feels like when you find a ritual to regulate your nervous system is ask yourself, does this feel soft? Does what I'm doing make me feel like this is good for my body, spirit, mind, and soul? It really is that deep. Does this feel like an act of self-love? Does this feel like I'm slowing down? Because another thing, especially for mothers, that I have found with our nervous system, now all of a sudden everything is an emergency. Everything is an emergency. We had to be there yesterday. We have to run out the damn door in 2.5 seconds. We don't have time to eat the piece of toast. No one has time to do anything. We need to rush and get our jackets on and get out the... Why is everything such a damn emergency? Ain't shit an emergency. We'll get there when we get there. And because of my ADHD, I've already factored in 20 minutes of miscellaneous time. So we're not going to be late, because being late, I can't stand people who are late. I just can't do it. But nevertheless, does it add to this softness of slowing down that I'm trying to achieve for myself? If it does, then it's good for our nervous system. And listen, I understand when you're a woman, a mother, a wife, sometimes you can't do those things. If you're a working woman, sometimes you can't do those things. Sometimes you can't just slow down, which is why these rituals maybe have to wait for the morning or in the evening before you go to bed. Some people have a nighttime ritual, some people don't have a morning ritual. And the thing is, you know, we don't have to do these things all at one time. We don't have to layer all of them at the same time, okay? One ritual can make all the difference for us, okay? One personal ritual, you could do a work ritual of stepping away from your computer for 5 seconds, right? Or one relationship ritual where you go to your partner and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Do a temperature check with them. The thing with about these rituals is that it is an intentional habit changing behavior. Okay. And the consistency in which you do these rituals is what trains your nervous system, because your nervous system is a muscle. It's not something that you could do it once and then never do it again. Right. Especially when your body reacts to it in a positive way, you need to keep doing it. And I've jotted some down that I think will work for me in my journal and just to always look back on. And I think I'll always start with a morning ritual, one that is completely selfish for me, tailored, and is just all about me. If that means I need to tell my son to lay back in bed for 5 more minutes, I'm going to do so. If that means I'm going to leave my daughter in her crib so I can get some alone time, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, because when your nervous system feels safe, your entire life changes. Your decisions become clearer, your patience grows, and you stop running on adrenaline and hyperfixation and overstimulation, and you no longer feel like you're in constant fight or flight mode. We can approach our days with softness and ease and just slowing down, and not everything has to be an emergency. We don't always have to be so high strung and constantly wired. And the thing is, like I said, it may have to wait until the evening because we can't remove it altogether, right? This is a project. And I didn't know that my nervous system was so out of whack until I became so sick. I really didn't. I didn't realize how bad it was. I didn't realize how reactive I was to my children. I didn't realize how snapping I was. Like, I just didn't realize these things until I sat down and I started journaling all the things that I was really having trouble with. And it was really bothering me why I was doing these things. But I wasn't realizing I was doing them until after the fact, which is also very dangerous. And I'm like, what could this be? And I was doing some research and I watched some other videos, and it could be your nervous system, especially with me having vertigo for 3 months. It was very, very much also my nervous system that was just all out of whack. And the one thing that I will leave you with is to pick just one. Do not overwhelm yourself with all of the things you see online, this podcast, and all the things I listed out. Do not overwhelm yourself with the endless possibilities or the endless things that you could do to regulate your nervous system. Pick one and see how your body responds. And then you can move forward and start implementing other things. And then, who knows, maybe at night you'll end up having a 32-step ritual that you need to do because it makes you feel good and it makes you feel better. Unfortunately, you're not going to know that until you start to experiment with all the things that we talked about today. And I will leave you with that. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Latinaly Podcast. And you can watch us on YouTube at Latinaly Podcast. And you can listen to us everywhere else you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. I am Kaya Burgos. This is the Latinaly Podcast, where we are untamed, uncensored, and always unapologetic. And I'll talk to you next time.